Peace, world, and welcome to my space. With love, I am God's middle child, and these are some thoughts in the hope to expand your mind. I want to talk about sickness and diseases. I want to talk about how sickness and diseases are the seeds of black magic. I also want to talk about how sickness and diseases is optional, but a lot of us don't know that. The lack of certain truth and the lack of certain understanding is what is allowing for the manifestation of those conditions in your body. So having a certain understanding can get you out of any disease or any sickness that you're in. You got to be truthful, you got to be the light, and you got to be good. Truth destroys error 100% of the time. Light destroys darkness 100% of the time. And evil disappears every time good appears. You have to vibrate accordingly in order to attract health. You have to vibrate in the God frequency. That's what I call it. You have to vibrate in God's frequency in order to attract health. You have to vibrate in His frequency, in the God frequency, in order to not attract diseases and not attract sickness. I want you guys to keep in mind, we live in a world of polarity, right? A world of opposites. So where there's sickness, there's health. Where there's poverty, there's wealth. And it's our birthright to be in health and abundant. We've been sidetracked, we've been sabotaged, and the truth has been hidden for way too long. I think a lot of us could see the change in the world, and we are understanding there is something more. A lot of truth is coming out, and it's for the better. The world is really under our control once we have certain understanding. But back to health and back to how to acquire health. You have to be under God's frequency. You have to be good. You have to have good intent. You have to be good in the exterior and also in the interior. You have to walk in truth. You have to be the light. A powerful tool, the most powerful tool in the world, actually there's two, but the most powerful tool is your mind and your tongue. The power of the tongue. You have to pray over your body. You have to, with love, with gratitude, with a happy emotion, understanding that you exist forever. You exist forever, and in this realm, health and abundance is yours. It's yours, mandatory. It's yours. If you're in God's frequency, that's part of God's kingdom. If you're moving good with good intent, if you're using the power of the tongue, praying over your well-being, over your assets, over your body, protecting yourself from the enemy, there is an enemy. For those that are not spiritually, a little spiritually behind, yes, there is an enemy. So when you want to reach for good, trust it won't be easy. The enemy is going to make it difficult for you to get to your health, for you to get to your abundance. But truth destroys error 100% of the time. Light destroys darkness. And whenever good is around, evil disappears. You have to, most importantly, you have to vibrate accordingly. You got to pray over yourself. You got to pray over your body. I personally pray every day over my body when I shower. The time that I'm showering, scrubbing my body, cleaning my temple, at the same time, I'm using the power of the tongue and sending beautiful vibration, beautiful gratitude to every part of my body, every cell in my body. Sending it that God energy, that God love to my body, in gratitude that is displaying so to its perfection. In gratitude that I'm in health, in gratitude that I'm here. The power of the tongue. I do it every time I shower. I do it constantly throughout the day. But when I shower, that's the time I speak to my body. The water is it's just God's water hitting my body and cleansing all that negative attachment that has been thrown my way. You have enemies you don't know about. You have enemies you don't know about. It is a game of life, but there's certain understanding you must have. And once you understand that if you're in God's frequency, you're indestructible. You're indestructible. You're using the power of the tongue. You're praying over yourself. You're praying over your well-being. You're moving accordingly. You're also sending health and healing and love to those around you, to those that are, whether friends or family or strangers. You're connected. You're in a vibration. You're in a feeling too. I forgot to say that. You have to feel. I mean, the feeling, first and foremost, to understand that it's up to us to attract health. I mean, right there, you should be happy alone with that right there. I mean, that right there is the master key. That's the master key right there. Understanding that it's up to you to attract health should give you a smile right now. Because it's true. It's up to you. If it's too challenging to be good, then you have to challenge yourself. Again, we all have to empathize with ourselves. We've been under attack. We've been under attack. We've been sabotaged, and the truth has been hidden for way too long. The veils are thinning for sure because times are different. And I'm talking from experience, by the way. My journey, maybe down the path in this channel, I'll put my journey from, where I was out of accordance with God and I attracted sickness into my life, and how I took myself out and the journey behind that. Very spiritual. It's a spiritual journey, but maybe I'll share it here. Again, we have to vibrate accordingly. We have to pray over our body. We have to understand that everything in this world is made out of the same atoms. We are made out of the same atoms as the trees, as the cars, as this chair, as this table. We are made out of the same protons, neutrons, and electrons. Another key to health that just came to my mind that in my journey was a key, a big part of my healing. And I said it when I brought the atom part. Think about atoms, right? So atoms are polarity. Atoms are neutrons, protons, and electrons. Everything that man touches is manipulated. Everything that man touches is manipulated. The atoms in nature, right? So the atoms, the energies in those trees, the energies in those grass, the energy in nature, the atoms in nature are pure. Those are the closest atom to the God source we have. So there is a secret when you pray in nature. There is a secret to hugging a tree. Mystery, not a magic. Let's call it a secret. It's magic. There's magic to walking barefoot on the grass. If you're in sickness, if you're in out of alignment, pray in nature. Moving that God vibration, bring nature into your life. You have to be more nature-like. You have to connect more with nature. The power of the tongue, praying in nature, amongst God's energy, unmanipulated energy. Again, these are my thoughts. It's how at first I cried myself, but then I walked out of sickness. I was having some major back issues. Again, I'll do a video because it's very deep. I'll do a video down the path depending on how this channel goes. But I wanted to share the truth that sickness and diseases is an option. It's an option, and when we attract it, we're attracting it because we're not understanding certain things. Fear is the devil. Fear is the devil, and fear is the biggest magnet to all the negative stuff. You have to destroy fear. You have to destroy fear. And you have no need to be in fear. You exist forever, and it's according to you how you're going to exist. It's on you. So how can I explain this? So picture this, right? Your brain is the vehicle. Your heart is the driver. You're driving on the road, and there's a fork in the road. On the right, you got heaven's lane. On the left, you got evil's way. It's up to you to, through the heart, where you want to go. I'm going to heaven's lane, where health is mandatory, where abundance is mandatory. It's mine. Either way, you attract what's in that lane. Diseases, lack, poverty, all the negative. Align yourself with good. Be as good as you can be. Vibrate to those vibrations. Pray in nature. Pray over your body when you're showering. I do that a lot. I do that every day. And I love it. I love it. From head to toe. The more you speak, the power of your tongue is, yes, death and light is in the power of the tongue. Be the light. Speak it out. And when you send love, when you send help, when you send abundance to those, to anybody outside of you, it comes back to you. So you have to, it's a frequency that once you, if you are in sickness or if you're in any kind of disease, once you make these adjustments, you'll never look back, because it'll be granted to you. Health will be waiting for you at the finish line. Ready to hug you. Health, ready to hug you. Celebrating, because health wants to be in you. You make the adjustments, trust me. I want you to look at me as your co-worker, the neighbor that likes to talk, the guy at the gym giving you game, big brother, whether I'm younger or older than you. I'm 41, by the way. Big brother, whether I'm younger or older than you, because my journey has been a long one. And by the grace of God, I chose heaven's lane. So I leave it at that. Peace, world, with love, God's middle child.